right, good morning. It's time to wrap up the round. We've got 6 teams left to decide who moves forward to join Kansas City. Let's hop right into the games. Denver strikes first. Dan Oakes, solo home run. And the North Stars get on the board first with a Matt Teams ground out. Jeff Bass comes home to score. San Antonio OKC tied at 2. Rochester, Carolina tied at 2. Denver with a 3-1 series lead. Carolina responds in the bottom of the first. Vince Hernandez singles in Miyazaki, and then Will Phillips doubles in 2. It's a quick 3-1 lead for the Reapers. With the bases loaded, Ryan Tassos grounds into a fielder's choice. Donaldson scores. Chiles Picantes get the 1-0 lead in the third. OKC's Jared Fleshman with a grand salami in the third inning. OKC now on top 4-1 in the blink of an eye. Travis Williams doubles, Tim Doherty doubles. Denver extends the lead 2-0. Man on third with just one out. And that's going to force an early pitching change for Denver. Gasca in relief. He gets out of the jam. It's 2-0 as we go to the bottom half. The Rotten Apple, Brian McIntosh, solo home run. It's 3-2. Rochester gets one back. They trail by 1. Bases loaded, nobody out for San Antonio in the 7th. Pitching change, White in to try to get out of this jam. Danny White. Donaldson walks with the bases loaded. It's 4-2. 2 quick outs. And the Outlaws get out of it without giving up too much in terms of damage. They keep that 4-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 3 outs left for San Antonio in Game 5. They're down 4-2. See if OKC can add to their lead before the Chiles Picantes get that last chance. They do. They get a solo home run. Alex Villarreal makes it 5-2. Ryan Marlin's solo home run makes it 6-2. Denver's Braden King, the trade acquisition, 6 scoreless innings, just the 1 strikeout, but great performance. Denver extends the lead with a Tim Doherty double, second of the game. Drives in Williams, just like in the 4th. 6 outs left for the High Rollers. Down by 3. OKC wins. They take the 3-2 series lead as we head back to San Antonio for Game 6 and 7. And some 9th inning insurance for the Dynamite. Berlaza singles in 2 more. It's 5-0, and it looks like Denver's headed back to the conference championship in the ice. Make it 6-0 as Tim Gooch singles. Will take a miracle for Las Vegas to extend their season. Meanwhile, Rochester, 3 outs left to try to avoid a 3-2 deficit. Carolina doing what they need to do in Game 5 at home, as we're headed back to Rochester for 6 and 7 if necessary. It's a final. Denver advances. Last chance for the North Stars in against Paul Hassett. Leadoff double for Stephen Hoffman. Cloud grounds out, but the tying run's 90 feet away here. Thomas at the plate. Can he get a productive at-bat? He grounds into a fielder's choice. They get the man at home. Huge out there, and that's going to bring a pitching change in. They've seen enough of Hassett. It's McAllister trying to shut the door, and he does. Carolina wins 3-2. Uh-oh. Roster violation. Someone was digging through the IAFA last sim. Somebody's me. A lot of cheap contracts out there. People missing out. All right. Game 6. Both home teams trailing 3-2 in the series. Going to have to win both games at home to advance. Let's see if Carolina or OKC can put the nail in the coffin. Villarreal singles in Rodriguez. Marlin doubles in Villarreal. It's 2-0 OKC in the third inning. Bass, solo home run. Rochester strikes first. It's 1-0 in the third. And OKC adds another. Jorge Lopez singles in Brian Gore. It's now 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth in San Antonio. Tassos gets them on the board with a solo home run. The lead is cut to 2. Donaldson singles in Marulanda. It's now 3-2. Josh Stroud grounds into a fielder's choice. Lucas comes across, and in the fifth, San Antonio ties it up at 3. Meanwhile, Alex Guerra, just Alex Guerra, 5 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts of shutout baseball against the Reapers. It's a 2-0 advantage in that game as Brian McIntosh singles in Thomas. Matt Teams, 2-run home run. It's going to extend the Rochester lead to 4. Alex Villarreal breaks the tie in the 7th. His third hit of the game is a 2-run homer. It's now 5-3 OKC on top. Pressure is now on San Antonio as we go to the last third of the game. They need some runs to extend their season. They have a good offense, so it's certainly possible. Justin Thomas grounds into a fielder's choice. Rochester now up 5-0 as we are in the 7th in that game as well. Juan Rodriguez singles in Reyes, and Villarreal strikes again. 4th hit of the game now, driving in Madrid. It's now 7-3. OKC, pretty comfortable 4-run lead. Let's see if they can hold on and advance to face Kansas City. Five outs left for Carolina, or we're going to have a Game 7 in Rochester. Two on, two out for the Chilis Picantes. Carolina, 3-run homer by Danny Rodriguez, so not so fast. It's now a 2-run game. The Rochester bullpen hasn't been amazing in this postseason. They just need 3 more outs to keep this series going here in Game 6. Let's see if they can get it as we get to the top of the 9th in a second. Carlson in to pitch for the North Stars. He gives up a leadoff base runner. Will Phillips walks. Tying run at the plate. And William Zoll grounds into a double play. That'll end any rally. And Rochester holds on for the 5-3 win. So we have a Game 7. Two outs left in San Antonio's season. Down by 4. They do have a man on first. Tasso strikes that swing, so it's up to Stroud to try to extend. And that will do it. OKC advances. They'll travel to Kansas City for Game 1 in a matchup of division rivals. Mark Christensen getting the nod for Rochester in Game 7. We've got Jerry Ayala for the Reapers. Somewhat of a pitching mismatch, but we just saw that with Las Vegas and New York in the previous series, and the what looked like inferior pitcher prevailed. So we'll see how this goes. Brian McIntosh gets Rochester on the board first when he reaches on an error, and the speedy Jeff Bass comes around to score. Jeff Bass gets on base with another error for the Reapers, and then Brian McIntosh makes him pay a 2-run double after Schaefer singles. Both Bass and Schaefer score, and then Matt Team singles in McIntosh, so a 4-0 lead in Game 7 for Rochester, in control here. So far, Christensen pitching really well. And we're into the bullpen for Carolina. Alden McAllister. Jeff Bass, Justin Thomas, solo home runs, back-to-back, I think. 6-0. Danny Rodriguez doubles in Mrzowski, and the Reapers do get on the board. It's now 6-1. Top of the 8th we go. Carolina down by 5, 6 outs left. Got the first 2 runners on here in the 8th inning. But an out and then a double play eliminates the rally. And they're going to be down by 5 at least as we go to the 9th inning. Not looking good for Carolina. And they go 1, 2, 3 in the 9th. So Michael prevails over Mike in the battle of the Mikes and moves on to face Denver in Game 1. We'll take a look at the series MVPs. Paulo Corredora MVP, no surprise there for Denver, had the record-setting Game 1. For the North Stars, it's Jeff Bass. It's his first postseason award and what's becoming a nice career for him. Look at Corredora, how clutch this motherfucker is. 4 postseason awards. It does help when you're there every single season, but he's been great. The Scouts, Brad Wilson. Brad mentioned this in chat that he won the award, and you don't always see a pitcher win the award, so nice to see Brad Wilson add that to his resume. And then OKC's Alex Villarreal, I was calling his name frequently, gets his first piece of postseason hardware. So here is the playoffs standings. 4 teams left. We're rooting for Denver to fall, and if he does, we'll have a new champion. as Kansas City, OKC, and Rochester have never sat on top of the mountain before. So we'll see how it plays out here. We'll wait for our 4 GMs, and then we'll get this going later today.